Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video at Sparklers. We are the makers, and in today's video I'm going to show you how you can build the ultimate camera pendant. We call it Pixel Pendant, and using this you can capture photos, you can capture videos, you can do live video streaming and everything in this compact size pendant. Also, you are going to get haptic feedback, so you will know that the video recording has been started, video recording has been ended, things like that. You can connect to it wirelessly and download the videos and images. Also, there's a memory card inside, so you can just take the memory card and can read the videos and images from there. Also, as it has ESP32 S3, so you can also apply edge image processing like AI based things. That will not do in this video, maybe in some other video, but definitely you can do that. In this video, mainly we are going to show you how to build this. We'll provide you the 3D files, the firmware, the connections, schematic, everything, so that you can build it of your own. And before we do that, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe, so that in future whenever we are going to make something like this, or even we'll apply AI or those kind of things over it, you will get an update. Now, without wasting any time, let's get started. So let's first take a look at all the components we will be using to build this project. We are starting with the XIAO ESP32 Sense. This board essentially has three main parts. First, the main processing unit, where we have already attached a heatsink. Second, the onboard memory card reader module. And finally, the camera module, which will handle image capture. Next, we have a 400 mAh LiPo battery that will power the entire device. Along with that, we are using a small slide SPDT switch, which will help us to control the power flow. We also have a MicroSD memory card for storage, a coin type vibration motor for feedback, and a touchpad that will act as the user input interface. Now let's move to the assembly process. First, we will connect the ESP32 Sense with the touchpad. For detailed pin connection information, you can refer to the schematic link provided in the description below. Next, we will connect the vibration motor to the board. After that, we will connect the battery to the BAT plus and BAT minus terminal of the ESP32 Sense. The slide switch will be placed in between the positive lines so that we can easily turn the device on and off. Once that is done, we will attach the memory card module and the camera module to the board. Finally, we will place all the components inside the custom designed 3D printed enclosure. You can find the STL files for this enclosure in the description below. And with that, our hardware assembly is complete and the device is now ready to be programmed. Now let's talk about the programming part. Now this is the GitHub repo of the entire project, and I'll put the repo in the description, so you can just go there and check everything. So here first, obviously you will get the system details, features, the circuit schematic. So circuit schematic you can just check from here while doing the assembly. Next, you will get how the system is overall working. Now here is the main thing that we need to understand how we are thinking the system will work. So basically the system has one dashboard. So we'll have one dashboard that we can open in the laptop or maybe in the mobile phone, and from that dashboard we can actually check the live stream. We can start the live stream, end the live stream, we can start the recording, end the recording, capture image, all the things. As well as from the device also we can do it. So in the device also a touch sensor, using a touch sensor also we can turn on the live streaming, capture images, record videos, all the things. So the dashboard is mainly for control as well as for visualization. Okay, but at the end of the day, all the videos will be saved in the memory card only, and from memory videos or images will be stored in the memory card only. Now here, as you can see, this is how the structure will look like. So basically if you see the flow, so let's talk about the flow. So if we just click on the touch sensor, like the touch sensor once, it is going to simply capture a photo. If you are going to double tap, that means you start recording. Again, double tap means it will stop recording. Long hold basically means it will start streaming, and again long hold means it will stop streaming. This is the very basic part how it is going to work, and with each of the functionality there will be a vibration feedback, so we'll come to know that it has started the working or particular feature. Okay, now I'm not going to talk about too much about the pin diagram, because here is a pin diagram and all the setup. You can just check them while you are doing the assembly. Now what I'll talk about is also there is a, as I already mentioned, so there is a pulse feedback. So basically the vibration motor. So whenever there is a single pulse, that means a photo has been captured. When there is a double pulse, that means the stream has been started. When there is a triple pulse, I mean triple times it will vibrate, when then the recording will start, and a long pulse basically means the recording has been stopped. Okay, so these are the feedback. So these are the main things we need to know. So basically you can also change the code if you want to change the feedback, or maybe the touch part you want to change, you can also change the code. Okay, and except that, now let's go to the code. Now here is basically there are two files. One is Pixel Pendant.ino, one is secrets.h. In secrets.h you just need to put your Wi-Fi SSID and password. Yes, currently it is completely like static, so basically you need to put the SSID password here, but definitely it can be made dynamic, so you can change according. That also possible. We have not did here, but completely possible. Now going to the INO file, it's a pretty big file, so I'm not going to explain everything, but it's already the structure has been given here. So for example, from which line to which line you have the hardware configuration, then where you have the mutex, then where you have the video recording functionalities, camera access, HTTP endpoints, Wi-Fi networking, everything is written here. So if you want to change anything, so you want to change the maybe the touch part, or maybe the feedback part, you can just go to the code and you can just update it. No issue in that. And while you will uploading the code, you need to make sure that these two files in the same folder. You just change the secret.h file, you put your own SSID password here, and just you upload this single file, and it will do everything from you for you. Okay, and next, when you upload the code, you can simply just turn the device on using the switch, and then within few seconds it will be connected to the Wi-Fi, and then you can just open your laptop, connect with the same Wi-Fi, open the dashboard, and you will get all the controls and the live view. So next I will upload the code in the device, and I will show you how the system actually works. So now the device is completely ready, and so first, before testing it, I'll just wear it, and this is how it is looking like. And now to turn it on, you just need to press the switch, this black switch, and once turned on, now it will take few seconds to connect with the Wi-Fi. And next also we have open the dashboard here, as you can see. So here the live feed, gallery, every options, everything you can see. So dashboard also on. So now I'll simply show you that how you can use it. So first I'll show you the live streaming. So for the live streaming, we need to long press it. So I'll just do long press. And I got a vibration feedback. So now if you just check in the screen, you will see that the live feed has been started. Okay, so as you can see, the live feed is working properly, and the latency is very less, as you can see. And so also if I just move forward, you will see that everything can be seen properly, right? Even if I go maybe a little bit distance also, you can see everything properly. Okay, so this is about the live streaming. So now I'll simply just long press it and going to stop the live streaming. So now I have long press, I got a vibration feedback. Now if you just look into the monitor, you will see the live stream has been stopped. Now next I will show you how you can capture an image. Now to capture an image, it's very simple. You need to just single press it. So you just do, for example, I hold it in this way and do a single press. And I got a vibration feedback. So I know the image has been captured. So simply I'll come to the gallery here. And it will take some time, and as you can see, we got the image. So this is the last image we got, and as you can see, the image we have got here. Similarly, I'll show you the video now. So for video, you need to do double tap. So here I'll just do a double tap. So now again, the video recording has been started. Now the video is currently recording the video. Okay, and now I'll again stop the video. So again double tap. So now a long vibration I got, that means the video have been saved, and as you can see here, a video has came here. So I can simply just click on it, I can just play it, and as you can see here we got a video. Okay, so this is how basically the system is working. Okay, and now we can simply just turn it off. We can just hold this button and it will be turned off. In this way we can do live streaming using it. And then we can just record a video, we can just capture images, everything we can do, and just by touching here. Also we have in dashboard, we have buttons, but ideally most of the times we will be touching here and doing all the things, and then we can simply just turn it off, and that's it. And also the videos everything is going to be saved in the memory card, so we can simply take the memory card and everything is saved here. So that's how it's going to work. So that's all about this video. I hope you have enjoyed the video, and also please let us know that what we can do more with this pendant, what kind of features we can add, like what kind of AI we can add here to make it better, and those kind of things. Please let us know. We'll try our best to do it and make a separate video on those. And for that, please like the video and subscribe to the channel so that whenever we do this, whenever we do modifications to this, upload a new video, you will get update. And that's all for this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the very next video.